Shrubberies are my trade. I am a shrubber. My name is Roger the Shrubber.
Alright, you knuckleheads, here's another video for you. So I'm back in Eve, and I noticed something the other day that I thought was kind of interesting, so I thought I'd do a video about it today. I haven't actually tried it, so I don't know what it is for real, but it looked kind of interesting, so I thought I would look at it and make a video at the same time. So I'm in my mining ship right now, using my mining lasers to collect from this asteroid over here. And mining is pretty boring. You tend to just sit here for a really, really long time and hope that pirates don't jump on you. Here's my cargo hold. I can have 5,000 cubic meters of cargo, and my mining laser only gives me about 97 every minute. So it'll take about an hour to fill this thing up. So you just kind of sit here for an hour with not a lot to do. So what I found was this thing here, and I'm sure it's been in the game for a while, but since I just started the game, it's new to me. This thing called Project Discovery. So what it says, welcome to Project Discovery. I'm Professor blah 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 blah. Wherever you are in New Eden, you can advance the cause of real-world science through the Project Discovery minigame. Aid scientists research for real-life exoplanets, which, if you don't know, exoplanet is basically a planet in another solar system. Something outside of ours. So we've got our planets in our solar system. Anything outside of our solar system is called an exoplanet. So aid scientists search for real-life exoplanets from within Eve while achieving higher in-game ranks for your efforts and receiving unique rewards. We will start your career in analysis with training samples before you tackle our vast array of unknown samples. Pilots that can accurately analyze the data will find that Project Discovery yields great rewards. So it looks like this idea here, they're saying aid scientists search for real-life exoplanets. It's like they're actually connecting with like NASA and some of those other real-world astronomers that do look for planets around other solar systems. And they've connected that with this game to where while I'm sitting here doing my mining, which, oh yay, I'm up to less than 300 out of 5,000, I can do this and actually do real science at the same time. Now, it's not going to be real science, but I don't know. Well, let's see. So, start tutorial. Alright, luminosity is, this is a luminosity graph of a star far, far away. Your job is to identify... Oh, wait a second. The asteroid got used up. Okay, well, there's another one here, so let's switch to that. And let's turn on my mining laser. There we go. Okay, oh, better make sure nobody else is around. Nope, no pirates. Alright. This is a luminosity graph of a star far, far away. Your job is to identify planetary transits. A point in time where a planet passes in front of the star from our point of view. When this happens, the luminosity of the star will decrease as a portion of its light. So this is real science. This is actually what astronomers do. They look at a star and they measure how bright it is. That's what the luminosity is. And then if it blinks a little bit, fades down a little bit, because it's not going to go out, because planets are really, really small compared to a star. So it'll just dim a little tiny bit, but that little tiny bit, like you see here, this dip, that's something coming in front of a star. Probably. So this is how they determine if there's a planet there. They look at the star and they see, is there a drop every once in a while where the light goes a little bit dimmer. And if it's on a nice regular basis, they can say, hey, that's probably a planet, and we can probably figure out how long it takes to go around its sun, and from there they can focus in and learn more about it. But let's see. So continue. The x-axis shows the time measured in days. Okay, that makes sense. 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, 11 days, so on. The y-axis shows the luminosity, showing the ratio between its current luminosity and its average luminosity at each point in time. While finding transits, that's meaning things that are moving, you can classify the star activity pattern. However, this will not contribute to your accuracy's main goal is to find planets. If the star system is unknown, then player consensus will be gathered on this information. If you're unsure whether a pattern is a transit or not, then examining these categories might be helpful. Use the minimap slider to center the transit on the screen. So that's going to be this thing. To mark a transit, left-click on the center of this dip. Since there's only one obvious dimming event in this sample, you should left-click again to confirm this is suggested. Orbital period unknown. Because we only have the one, we don't know how long it's going to take. Toggle the marker visibility off and on. I don't know what that is for. Star system. Star system is simulated by your markings. Each marker translates to a single planet, and each planet moves in relation to the orbital period you have selected. The planet you just marked can only be spotted once in the graph, so we assume it has a greater orbital period than the span of the graph. Makes sense. Click here to submit your analysis. Yay. The way to recognize this is a transit is its prominent dip in the light curve and its U shape or V shape. The flux caused by this transit spans multiple data points in the graph. So, yeah, multiple times during the day it was seen, not just once. Okay. Finish. Multiple transits in a sample. So here you can see boom, 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 boom. Pretty regular. About every day and a half, almost 2 days. Such a body is going to orbit around a star very fast. It's not uncommon for a planet to orbit around its host star daily or in a matter of few days. You will now be guided on how to mark such transits. Firstly, this curve is from a rotating star with solar spots that causes periodic fluctuation in the star's brightness, which is why you see the general curve up and down, where it's bright, then it dims, and brightens, and it dims, and it brightens and dims, but it's pretty regular, consistent. Use the detrending tool to figure out, or to filter out this. Okay, detrend. So it sees the patterns. Oh, I can't undo it. It saw the pattern of ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. It says, okay, that's a trend. So we're just going to take that out and average everything out. But these... Oops, I missed. I guess precision matters. By folding the graph onto itself based on the orbital period you have marked, the dips are overlaid onto each other. This is better compare the regularity of the dips compared to each other. Press the fold button to further refine your selection and confirm a repeating pattern. Folded mode. In folded mode, you will want to align all the transit dips as well as you can. If you get all the dips aligned, it's highly likely there is a periodic object blocking the star. I'll now show you how to bring the folded mode. This is crazy. We're doing real science, guys! Well, not really, this is a tutorial, but eventually, because they're going to be taking data from real astronomical bodies, real stars out there that, you know, there's billions and billions of them, so there's no way that just NASA or the regular astronomers can process it all themselves, so they basically put it in a game and said, hey, all you guys are sitting around doing nothing, why don't you help us find stars and planets? The x-axis now displays a relative offset from the center measured in days. The length of the x-axis is equal to the orbital period you selected. You can see your marking of attention here. To edit the epoch, simply click a position on the graph and the epoch will be adjusted accordingly. What do you mean? This? To change the orbital period in folded mode, you can either use your mouse wheel or click and drag. This is complicated stuff. Change the orbital period to roughly 1.743 days. Multiply and divide. What? Oh. I get it. I've got to change by multiplying. Oh, that's tricky. it's actually lining them up pretty good. But that's not what I want. Down to 1.7. Ooh, that's pretty dang good. Look at that. Oh, hey. We can do this. 7, 4. Oh. Look at that. They line up really nice and neat. Sweet. 1, 7, 4, 3. Oh, done. Okay. What am I supposed to... Oh, what was that? I don't know what that was. Oh, I totally screwed it up. And change the epoch such the aligned transits are centered on the screen. Can I? How do I move this? Okay, I can get up to 1743. Why wouldn't it line up on this thing? No. Oh, that's weird. I think my marking thing is off. Just keep scrolling through here until I get it. Oh, bugger. Oh. Okay, well done. You're satisfied with the alignment, press to confirm. Man, their instructions are really not that good. Alright, how am I doing? Okay. Third of the way done. Analysis successful. This light curve had rather even and obvious transit caused by a gas giant planet. Folding becomes a crucial tool to find planets with smaller and more uneven footprints. If you say so. Try yourself. Now that you know the basics, it's time for you to start developing an eye for detecting transits. Okay, it's kind of obvious. The following samples you will have the trans to find the transits on your own. Be aware the transits are relatively rare events. Okay, so we obviously have an up and down thing that we want to get rid of, so we're going to detrend. So it evens things out. We've got... So, well, they're not consistent because there's a little bit less and a little bit more, then a little bit less. There's two different planets I'm thinking here because they're different, but they're consistently. I've got the deep ones here consistent, and then I've got the slightly shallower ones alternating. So I want to say that there's one to here, but can I do a second planet? Here. Huh. If it won't let me do more than one planet at a time. Okay, so we'll just go from there to there. Okay. And we'll fold. Well, actually, it's pretty good. Let's see if we can tighten that up a little bit more. Nope, that looks pretty good. Let's center it a little bit there. And give it a shot. Orbital period, it says X. Oh, it deletes the transits marking. And submit. Transits on this curve are caused by a star rather than a planet, which can be noted by the magnitude of the drop on the y-axis. A system where this occurs is referred to as an eclipsing binary. While these transits can sometimes be clearly identified, they can also be indistinguishable. So then how do I know? Transits on this curve are caused by a star rather than a planet. So another star is blocking away. Oh, that's weird. Which can be noted by the magnitude of the drop. The last one looked pretty deep too, so okay. How's mining going? Anything happening? Nobody showing up? Okay. Alright. Let's do another one. I'm not seeing... I mean, this is over an entire month. I'm seeing... There's a little bit of thing here. But... Can I change the scale? Don't think so, but if I detrend... There's one. I mean, what if I can detrend again? What happens if I change? Can I change that? Oh, I kind of put it back. Well, that's interesting. There's only the one. There. And that's all I got. Pay special attention to patterns that deviate from here. You shape patterns. Well, yeah, but it's the only one. So what am I supposed to do? I can't extend it. It didn't tell me how to extend the time. Ugh, I hate that. Say, oh, you failed. Well, you didn't give me much to work with there. Okay, detrend. Not enough there. It looks like one here. Weird things happening here and here. Tough to tell. So let's... There we go. Zoom. Nope, that didn't help. Okay, so it looks like we got one here. Orbital period unknown. Well, I just... Rotating star. Rotating stars produce life cover due to non-uniform. Pulsating star. Eruptive variables. That looks like one of those. How do I claim that's one of those? Yeah, it really is looking like that. Yeah, I get that. But man, I suck. That and this is really, really tough because they only give you like a month, less than a month. And so if there's only one, it's like, what am I supposed to do if there's only one? How do I say, I think it's a transit, but I don't know because there's only one. Alright, so let's detrend. Alright, so here's one. I think I need to detrend a little bit more. More? No. I can't go to 24 hours. That's not very much. So, I mean, there could be a little dip here. Because I got a dip here, another one here. I got a big dip here and a big dip here. Wish I could. Can I change the zoom? Maybe I can do that. But I can't go beyond it. Gosh, dang it. So let's... Oh, that's weird because you got spikes here too, which is interesting. Huh. There's a bit of a dip there. Definitely one there. There's a spike here for some reason. A little dip and then a bigger one. So, oops, other direction. So let's do, and I think here to here. Let's fold. Hey, did it. Finally. I smart. The alignment of two transits can be coincidental, but the depth and width of the transit line hint at the same object. See, and that's the thing, like here's one, and here's one that look really similar that could be, so that's what's kind of confusing. Alright. Oh, weird. So this is wavy with sporadic spikes. So again, detrend, even it out. Oh, why are we seeing spikes? I'm definitely not seeing any kind of dips in the light. say no transits are going to fail me again. Be aware that transits are not always obvious. Some blend well into the stellar activity and the noise of the star. Use the zoom and compare dips in folded mode to find planets with small fingerprints. Okay, let's see what they're talking about here. Oh, seriously. What? You gotta be kidding me. That's within the normal range of up and down. How am I supposed to... I guess there is kind of a pattern-ish. Dang. That is small. I mean, you gotta be... Like, how are you supposed to... Wow. See, this is why it's tough to find real planets and things, because this is the kind of level of... Sometimes it's really obvious, sometimes it's like this. Dang, that's crazy, crazy. Alright, I'm not doing too good here. I guess I'm not going to be an astronomer. Alright, oh, we're halfway. So, got 2 more to go. Let's see if I can get... So let's detrend. Level everything out. That looks like one. Let's do that much detrending. High, low. There may be something. Uh-oh. I'm being attacked. Am I shooting back? No, shoot him, dang it. Let's target this guy. Come on, turn the gun on. There you go. Oops, need to boost my shields. There we go. He's almost dead. Come on, kill it. Oh, there we go. Let's go to this one. Shoot him. He left some loot behind. Yay! Small automated repair thing. Okay. You died. And you left some stuff behind. Alright. Oh, good. Ammo. Alright, let's go back to... Alright, where were we? Gosh, dang, this is tough. But I think I see like a pattern of really low, then kind of concentrated, then kind of low again. So let's say we do this, and then this. not periodic enough, I don't think. So we did like this to this. Oh, that looks good. Except to get hit here in a nice big thick area. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. See if I can line up some of these highs. Let's see if that helps find some of the low points like that. Like that. Like this. Like that. Wish I could. I probably totally screwed that up. Submit. Failed. Transits of planets are often visible through a lot of noise. Pay attention to the mean flux of an area instead of the individual positive and negative spikes. Okay, let's look at what you're showing here. Yeah, this transit. How am I supposed to? I mean, you got these big things, and I'm supposed to pay attention to that? How is that any different from everything else around it? Gosh. Oh. Sheesh. Okay, so there's obviously something here. Wow. I gotta say, this is a lot tougher than I thought it would be. And I'm just doing the tutorial and I'm failing like crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I mean, this looks like something here. Question is... where else? Is there another one? And how do I submit? I mean, the only option I have is no transits. But I think there's one right there. Ugh. Maybe here? Here? Here to here? No, that's not lining up. It lines up with this one, but not really with others. Let's check it out and see.
Skill training completed.
Just does not look good. Let's try that. I don't know. It looked like things were sort of lining up, but I don't know. No, yeah, go figure. Notice how the curve slope changes when the planet appears. This uses the detrending tool to filter pulsing. I use the detrending tool. What are you talking about? And you only have one. Notice how this curve slope changes when the planet appears and disappears. I guess you can't always use the detrending tool, because the detrending tool sometimes takes that away. Interesting. Alright. So if I detrend, well, there's a big one here. There's something here. 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 What that does. They do kind of seem to align right there. Let's try that. Oh, yeah, finally. Oh my gosh. After years and years of failure, I finally get one right. Most samples you find will not include a transit. Even though planets are plentiful, the chance they will align between star and our telescope is pretty low. Wow. That was a big old guess and a half. Tutorial completed. 50% accuracy rating. Man, I'm terrible. I might have to go back and do that again. Exoplanets Hunter Reward Crates. And I got about 250,000 with 900 experience points. Okay. Oh, look, I got the hat and the shirt and... Oh, what's this? I got a ship? What is that? Pacifier blueprint. Frigate. Hmm. So, and I got enough materials probably to make it. Interesting. And a skin. Cool. I wonder if I can do it again and do better. Okay. Let's close that. Because, ooh, this is taking a long time, and I'm mostly done. I've got about 9 more minutes left on this, which means we've been doing this for about 40 minutes. So, thanks you all for sticking around if you did. I admit that was kind of weird. Definitely not at all what I was thinking it was going to be. But hey, for all you science nerds out there, that's, if you want to go into astronomy and find planets and things, that's kind of what you'll be doing. So that's kind of a bit of a taste of that. So, I guess, that's it for now. Have a good night.